What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I kind of just want to gush about Battlefield 2042's gameplay trailer. So obviously, this was at Microsoft's show yesterday, so a little bit later that this video is going up. But I did want to talk about it. I didn't want to leave this one hanging. Obviously, I'll be talking more about this game through the summer, through obviously September, October, and then when the game comes out, I'll be playing it. We'll be live streaming, covering the whole thing, right? But I am just absolutely blown away by the trailer. Now, I'm gonna be upfront and honest. I am a Battlefield guy. Okay, I've been a fan of the franchise for quite a while, not forever. Actually, originally I played Call of Duty games almost exclusively in terms of multiplayer, like these kind of first-person shooters. Okay, I switched over. It's not a competition, in my opinion. It's really never been a competition. But I do like Battlefield quite a bit. Now, the last couple games have not been very good, so I'm more of a critical Battlefield fan, okay? But I am blown away by this. And, I've been beating the drum of this game on next gen, or really current gen, right? PS5, Series X, S, PC, high-end PCs. And, I mean, the trailer, in my opinion, like, sure, is it in a way over the top and it's kind of framed like that? Yes, the dramatic music, the different framed shots, clearly some of those things in the way that they showed them is not exactly going to happen, okay? Now, I'm not saying, like, you can't drive, a little speeder bike into a helicopter, or you can't jump off of the massive skyscraper, or there's not, like, a dust storm and all that stuff. I mean, all that's obviously in the game, but the way it's framed, obviously, for a intense gameplay trailer, it's not going to be exactly like that when the game comes out. But let me tell you, if it's anything close to that, and honestly, it's only going to happen on next-gen consoles, I mean, I will be so happy. So happy. Now, I mean, well, and I want to make it clear, too. Am I saying, like, the last-gen versions are going to be garbage? No. And honestly, even I have to remind myself multiple times, again, I'm a big advocate of games on next-gen, okay? And what next-gen can do for it. But I do have to remember, like, games were once on PS4 and Xbox One. You know what I mean? There's been some incredible games on those consoles. There were some incredible games on PS3, on Xbox 360. So, like, good games can still come out. And I have to remind myself that too. I just think the scale of Battlefield and the scale and scope, in my opinion, for Battlefield is like one of the most, if not the most important thing. And to me, it feels like it is going to be for this game more than any other, right? Going to 64 versus 64 players. And I want to believe that that's what they were showing in the gameplay chat. I don't remember, when I'm recording this, I'm not, like, watching it back, right? I don't know if they said, like, what they had captured it on, okay? I assume it was next-gen consoles or on PC, but I imagine that was the full scope. Because remember, they said for last-gen consoles, it's going to, well, number one, it's only going to be 32 versus 32, okay, so 64 players in all, and the map size and scale is reduced. Now, will the weather effects and stuff like that still happen? Yeah, but I mean, again, huge kind of play box or sandbox, right? And having these random weather events and just the level of immersion, the things exploding and everything being able to just break apart and look so good. I mean, it gives me like shivers, like it gives me goosebumps, and it reminds me so much back in the day. And again, this is why I have to remember, like, these things have been good in the past too. Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4 was the first. I have played Battlefield games before that, but that was the first real one I jumped into, and I remember all the pre-stuff leading into that, the skyscraper falling, like collapsing, and how you could be on the top and all that stuff. It was incredible, and I get the same vibe, obviously much more now, way more now. The vibes, I get the same vibes as I did back then. I really think it can be outrageously good. Just the level of detail, how big it's going to be. And again, I've said it before in past videos, the reason I play Battlefield games is for that scope, is for the big, amount of room, playing different roles, right? That your role is equally as important to other people's, but it's just different. Now, I'm very bad at the game, so clearly your role is probably more important than mine in terms of how well we perform them, but that's kind of why I play Battlefield, to be able to pilot these things, to be able to go into a helicopter or tanks and all this stuff. I mean, it's insane. The lighting, the different settings. I believe now, they didn't say it in this trailer, but before, I believe 7 maps, right, is how much is coming out. I mean, look, while I am gushing about it, I do want to say this in a more, cautiously optimistic way as well. The game is only multiplayer. The game is not on Game Pass. Remember, there were rumors that it would be on Game Pass. It's not, at least at launch. It probably will be like a few months after. And I don't say that like the game's going to die and it'll need Game Pass. I just think that it's something that Microsoft's working on, okay? Like, at the same time, though, you have to pay full price for this game, right? It's a big boy game. It costs a lot of money. I mean, it costs a normal game's amount of money, right? And you're just paying for multiplayer. So I am gushing about it. And you could say, oh, I'm a Battlefield fanboy. That'd be pretty funny to call me that, right? But maybe some people will. At the same time, like, it needs to be good. I mean, these 7 maps need to be enormous. They need to be detailed. They need to have these weather effects, and they need to just feel like you're just in the middle of the biggest, greatest battle you've ever fought in your life. It needs to feel like that every single time. It really does, because that's I mean, you're buying it for that reason. There's no other reason for buying Battlefield 2042. There's zero other reason. You're buying it for 7 maps and to play it online. And when you say it like that, it sounds actually kind of bad. You know what I mean? But again, like that trailer, it did everything I could have ever asked for, okay? That's exactly how you get people pumped, right? Just a high level of action. And again, a high level of, I don't even know what to call it. I was going to call it like randomness, right? Because these things are just kind of natural, or even like naturally occurring things. They're just awesome. They're just awesome. So I cannot wait to play. I don't normally, well, I kind of do a hybrid of pre-ordering. I normally buy my games like a day or two before they come out, sometimes even the same day. I really don't like pre-ordering games. I think as an industry, we need to stop doing that, even though I kind of still do it. But for Battlefield, I don't like, you have to pre-order it, right, to, I think, get into the beta. Maybe I'll have to go against basically my own word, and even though I don't like to pre-order, I'll have to pre-order it anyway, just so I can play it a little bit early, just to get a little taste of it. So let me know, guys, in the comments below, what'd you think? What'd you think of the gameplay trailer? Are you excited for it? Are you worried for it? All that stuff, let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, so you know when all these videos go up. If you guys haven't already followed me on Twitter and my second channel, those are 2 very important places to follow me, especially for times like E3 when I'm trying to cover 1,000 different things. Not everything gives notifications. Again, Twitter, Podcast Now 15 is my Twitter handle. Links in the description, or you can look me up over on Twitter. And then my second channel is called Podcast Now Plus. Also, again, link is to go in the description. Patreon's there. My second channel's there. Podcast Now Plus is its name, though, okay? Thank you for watching, guys. I'll be covering Battlefield 2042 a whole lot more as we go through these months, and I hope to see you guys there.